Hiya, it's me. I'm going to do a game review for you today. A very old game, but it's a classic and everybody loves it. I'm going to do a review for, how do you say this? Oddworld's Abe's Oddysee or Abe's Oddysee? Oddworld. Abe's Oddworld Oddysee. I don't know. Basically, Abe is the main character. He's a funny, kind of alien looking guy. He's a Madokan. In a loincloth, which is really quite traumatic. Yeah, he basically works in a meat factory called Rupture Farms, which is
the biggest meat processing plant on Oddworld.
But basically he's a slave there with his Madokan friends. They basically, there's creatures called paramites and creatures called scrabs, and there was creatures called meeches. They made meech munchies.
We used to make meech munchies,
but the meeches are extinct. Paramites are slowly going out, so paramite pies, they're slowly running out of paramites to make these pies with, and they make some good scrab cakes too. But yes, the population is going down very fast. So the Gluckons, which are the big bosses that run Rupture Farms, they're big, expensive, look like they're in pimp outfits. Basically, they find a new way of making ratings going up. They're basically going to use the Madokans to boost ratings. Madokans are the new source of meat.
How we'd make new and tasty.
Abe finds this out as he's buffing the corridor. He peeks in and he's a bit nosy, and he finds this out, so he freaks out and basically runs and escapes, or tries to escape. That's the main plot of the game. You have to escape from Rupture Farms and shut it down. You'll have to break it. Yeah, he wants to escape, so he's legging it. The game is amazing. It plays so well. I think the graphics are still fantastic. They're not, I mean, they're kind of dated, obviously, I suppose, but I think they're really good. There are tons. The game is littered with secrets. They're very well hidden, though. I've discovered the way you can find a secret in this game. I don't know if it works like later on, but there is a secret in the very first screen. Believe it or not, there is a secret in the first screen. Basically, if you go into a room, like a screen, and you hear flakes or drills, or you hear something, and there's nothing in the screens beside you, it's really awkward, like nothing in each screen, like back and forwards, that generally means that there's a secret in that room. I'm sure it's true, I could be making it up, but that's how I figured out there was a secret in the first room, because I heard a slug walking about, I think, and I was like, where the hell's that slug noise coming from? Yeah, so that's how you locate secrets, I do believe, if you hear sounds and there's nothing else anywhere around you. The game speak, you basically have to lead your Madokan friends to safety. You have to get them through bird portals, and that takes them to safety. How trouble this is, you can only take one Madokan per time, which is when you've got a few to save in one level section. It can be very time consuming, having to take one to the bird portal, leave and go back a few screens, take another one to the bird portal, come back, get another one, take him to the bird portal. It's very tedious like that, which is a bit of a shame. But it's very limited, game speak. Basically, your game speak is not bad. Oh, for goodness sake.
Hello, follow me. Wait.
Basically, it's not the best at game speak. If you want to lead your Madokans, all you have to say to them is, hello, follow me. Wait. You go to get them through. It's not much of a conversationalist, is he? I mean, you do the whistling later as the kind of passwords and things, and you have to mimic a fellow Mudokon, and if you get too close to him, he shoots you with a catapult. A real thing I have to complain about with this game, it sucks big time. There's no quick save function, which they actually had in Exodus. So basically, if you've got to do a dodgy jump, or you've got to go past meat grinders, you really have to be careful, because if you die, you sometimes normally have to go back quite far. So if you're doing a deathly jump, you do kind of shit yourself. You're like, I don't want to do this because I know that I'm probably going to die. That's another thing with the game, you die an awful lot. I don't know if it's just me, I've been playing this game for a long time, but I die all the time. But I love the deaths in this game. They're so funny. When he explodes, especially when you're not really expecting it, you kind of run to jump over a mine and you just catch it with your leg. Meat grinders, they're a pain to get past. Oh my god, but they're so funny when you get minced. I laugh so hard. But yeah, the deaths, you do die a lot, and there's no quick save function, so you do backtrack and go back to like checkpoints and things, and it can get quite tedious, especially if you've taken the effort to go into a secret, and it's quite hard to get into it. It takes a lot of preparation, a lot of thought and effort to get in. And you finally get in and you get eaten by a slog or something, and then you have to go back 3 or 4 screens and you have to do exactly the same thing to get in the secret, and then you get past the slog, go into the next screen and realise there's a mine on the floor and you've run into it, and you have to go back those screens, and it's basically, it can be quite tedious and quite frustrating. I don't know if you have to save all. I tried to save all the Mudokons last time and I missed 2, I think it was only 2, and when I completed it I didn't get any message at all. I didn't get a congratulations, you saved an awful lot of Mudokons, but you could have done a bit better and saved those last 2 buggers who probably got shot in the head. No, you don't get a message. It's just basically straight to credits and you get a few pictures and things, but you don't get a message. I don't know if you get 100, there's 99 I think Mudokons in the first game, in this one, and I didn't seem to get a message at all for that, so I don't know if you just have to save all 99 to get the message. I don't know whether they didn't bother, but yeah, overall it's a very good game. It plays very well. It's very funny. There's lots of secrets to find. I love saving the Mudokons. I can't play through it and not save them. It's something, there's one thing the game has. It makes you feel guilty for any Mudokons you leave behind, or if they get shot accidentally, I end up reloading just to save them, really. And when I missed those 2 at the start, I thought you got them when you went back through Rupture Farms, but you don't. You get them at the start. You have to blow mines up or something. And at the end, where it says if you leave, all 28 Mudokons on this level will die or something. And when I got out, it said 2 casualties. I felt so bad. I always wanted to restart, but it's so hard to get the secrets because there's no quick save that I just couldn't be bothered. It's quite challenging. Which is good because I like a challenge. The slogs are hilarious. I love the slogs and the sligs. I really love the slogs though. When you have to run on the same floor as somebody's behind you. Bloody hell, it's got teeth. Yeah, I really love the slogs. I think they're fantastic. They're not when they bite your bum though. That kind of sucks. So yes, it's very good, and if you haven't played it yet, which I'm pretty sure you have, I actually got a brand new copy off Amazon. It looks brand new, it looks immaculate. I think this is somewhere else. I have a habit of putting discs in the wrong boxes. It's immaculate. Look at this book. It looks brand new. I didn't even know they did brand new games, so it's a perfect game. The only thing that really lets it down is the no quick save. I mean, there's no annoying camera angles or anything. It's brilliant. So that is pretty much, I think, the only thing that lets this game down. It's reasonably long too. I thought I was near the end again, and it went on for some time. I love the puzzles in the game, and I do adore saving all the Medokans. You just get such satisfaction for knowing you've saved them all. And it's so hard as well, so when you save them you think, I did that, yes! I went back 3 or 5 screens about 20 times, I did it! Yay! Me, no one else. Yeah, so I don't think I've got anything else to add. I would definitely give this game a 9 out of 10. And it's probably actually maybe an 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, no quick save, that really does suck. But other than that, it's really good. I mean, I love how the FMV, when like it's not a train in this, it's like a big ball thing, you climb in at the end, it's like a big, I don't know, a big round like carriage thing, and you climb in it and it moves along a track and takes you to your next bit. But they look seamless. The graphics of the levels look seamless for the FMV. It's fantastic the way they've done it. It's just the background, but the backgrounds do look very distorted because of this. But other than that, it's a beautiful game. There's some gorgeous like backgrounds. I love the backgrounds in Abe, like the sunsets, and especially when you get out of Rupture Farms and it merges from, I think it's light to dark. I love that. It's a beautiful game for its age. It really is pretty, and it plays amazingly. So if you haven't tried it, which I'm sure you have, definitely try it. It's very challenging though, and very stressful and frustrating in places. But if you've got the patience to play this, it's a very rewarding game, and it stays with you forever. It's one of those games that you always look back on, and I cherish it. I really do. That's why I had to buy a new copy. I had a copy before, but I got it from GameStation second hand, and it crashed at a certain area. So I actually got myself a proper copy. So that's my review. It went on for ages. I think I'm going to edit this though, so it's not as long. So yeah, I give it probably 8.5 out of 10. That doesn't seem high enough, but the quick save function, that really does knock a lot of points off for me, because it's very frustrating. But yeah, I love it, and I'm sure you'll love it too. So try it if you haven't, and if you have tried it, let me know what you think of my review. I said to Darren once he was playing it, I said, Darren, don't run into a room in Abe that you don't know what's in it, because he just ran in. I was like, you don't know what's in that room, do not do it, because it could be mines or anything, could be slicks. Don't run into a room that you don't know. Anyway, I'm playing Cocky Me. I've played a few times. I run straight into a room and go straight into a mine. I was like, that is why you don't do it. There's people coming upstairs, so I'm going to pause. Quiet. Shh, shh. It's all so still. Shh, shh. I'm all alone. It's so peaceful until da-na-na-na. Sorry. Right, so what was the thing? Can't remember now. Shit.